complete air-moving elevating lift was introduced in the UK in 2005 and is in use in care homes, hospitals and ambulance services across the country. Musculoskeletal injuries to healthcare workers account for a large percentage of work-related accidents in the UK. The use of the Camel by Mangar International can help minimise the incidence of back injury, protecting carers and reducing the cost of lost working days. The Camel lifting cushion is designed to lift people from the floor in a way that avoids dangerous manual handling and maintains the dignity of the person requiring assistance. The Camel comes complete with a battery-operated compressor that can be used anywhere, indoors or out, and a four-way hand control with integrated air supply hoses that have colour-coded quick-lock connectors. The lifting cushion also comes with a carrying case, a slide sheet for people who have fallen in an awkward space, and a battery charger that is not shown. The Camel is compact, lightweight, portable and discreet. The carrying bag with the lifting cushion, four-way hand control and slide sheet weighs 6.5 kilograms. The Camel is powered by a small lightweight battery-operated compressor called the Airflow. The Airflow compressor weighs 6 kilograms. The Camel inflates section by section to lift the person and bring them to a sitting position. It provides a rigid rising seat by way of a unique internal structure. Despite its simplicity, the Camel will lift 320 kilograms or 50 stone. In the following scenario, someone has fallen and been found lying on the floor. The carer has determined that no injury has been sustained, but the person cannot rise from the floor unassisted, and the Camel is required. The following demonstration gives an example of how to use the Camel for a fallen, uninjured person. The carer talks to the person, reassuring them and telling them what they're going to do. The Camel is unrolled and the four-way hand control is removed. The air hoses are connected between the airflow compressor and the Camel. Matching each air supply hose to the corresponding number and color connector, push them together until secure. After the person has been positioned safely on their side, the carer places the lifting cushion next to the person, making sure the Camel logo is aligned with the back of their head. The carer assists the person onto the center of the lifting cushion, making sure the back of their head is on the logo and their hips and legs are properly aligned. To use the slide sheet, first position the person in the recovery position facing away from the Camel. Place the Camel alongside the person with the logo near the back of their head. Place the slide sheet on top of the Camel and then tuck it under the person. Roll the person onto the slide sheet. Gently transfer the person according to manual handling guidelines towards the center of the Camel. Once the person is in the correct position, the slide sheet is gently removed by pulling on the lower level of the double-layered sheet. The carer should be careful not to remove the sheet abruptly. The slide sheet must be completely removed before inflating the Camel. Once the process has been explained, the carer operates the four-way handset to control the lift section by section. The carer can give reassuring support by placing their hand on the person's shoulder or arm. There are 4 buttons on the four-way hand control. Button number 1 inflates the head support section. This section should be inflated just enough to make breathing easier and to provide head and neck support for the person. Then the carer pushes button number 2 to inflate the 2 lower sections at once, providing a rigid base. This button is held down longer than the others because 2 sections are being inflated at the same time. After section 2 is inflated, the carer should return to the back support section to ensure the person is still supported comfortably. Now button number 3 is pressed until this section is completely inflated. At this point, many people will not need section 4 to be inflated to stand safely. However, for taller people, section 4 should be fully inflated. Do not allow anyone to stand or transfer until the section is fully inflated. The carer should make sure that the person's feet and knees are properly aligned. Before attempting to stand or transfer, the backrest must be fully inflated. The carer will need to assess options for standing or transfer. The person may stand with the assistance of a walking frame, transfer to a chair or wheelchair, or simply stand up and walk away. Once the lift is safely completed, the Camel can be deflated by simply removing the air supply hoses that connect the Camel to the compressor. Place the four-way hand control in the rectangle on the underside of the lifting cushion and roll the cushion like a sleeping bag. Return the rolled-up Camel to the carry bag and put it back where it is stored with the airflow on charge. To ensure the battery is fully charged, push down on the question mark symbol and hold until a light is illuminated. If the battery level is low, place it on charge. To activate the airflow, push and hold the green auto button until the indicator light turns green. A short burp sound will come from the compressor. After the sound is heard, the compressor is ready for use. Please note that the yellow up and down arrows are not used with the four-way hand control and the Camel. On the side of the airflow compressor, you will find the air outlet for the tube to the four-way hand control and the port for the battery charger. The round socket in the middle is not used with the four-way hand control. The Camel comes with a battery-powered compressor. It is recommended that the compressor is left on charge when not in use. This will not cause any damage to the battery. The dual-speed control switch is on the back of the compressor in the lower left corner. Pink is for high speed and the blue is for low speed inflation. High speed inflation is recommended for the Camel. To disconnect the air tubes, pull down on the color-coded collar, then pull the tube out. You may just disconnect the air supply tubing from the Camel. However, it can be noisy due to the pressure being released suddenly. To reduce the pressure, disconnect the air supply tube from the compressor and press each button on the four-way hand control for approximately 10 seconds, then disconnect the color-coded connectors from the Camel. Disconnecting the tubes will be much quieter this way. It may be necessary to roll and unroll the Camel more than once to get all of the air out of it for repacking. Make sure all of the air is out of the lifting cushion before attempting to place it in the carrying bag. The slide sheet can also be stored in the carrying bag for convenience.